And what do they do with the 2 mana? Nothing. They have no token. And they scoop, just getting beat down by the biggest otter you've ever seen. Holy cow. Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today's video is a little homebrew to try to give sab-sunen Luxa embodied a home in this format. So let's do it. Big, simic, thick, frog. Reach, trample, indestructible, 6/6 for 5. That's good when this can't attack or block unless it has an even number of counters on it. By the way, 0 is even, gamers. At the beginning of your first main phase, put a +1/+1 counter on this, and if it has an odd number of counters, draw 2 cards. So of course what we would love is to draw cards. What we would love is to draw cards, then add another counter or somehow get back to an even number of counters so that we can also be attacking and blocking with this crazy frog. So getting a new mythic to work in standard is going to be challenging because it's an absolutely packed and crowded standard. So I have filled this with a few cards that are interesting, a few cards that do things. One of my favorite combos with sab-sunen is Prof's Eidetic Memory. The memory says that for each card that we draw outside of the first one, we put X +1/+1 counters on a creature we control. So if this is drawing us 2 cards, this puts 2 more cards on sab-sunen. But if we draw another card somehow with, say, an Up the Beanstalk, or a card we cast with an Up the Beanstalk on the field, then we get that third counter on sab-sunen, and now we have a giant frog that can draw us cards and attack and block. And we can keep tacking on those sweet counters with the likes of Innkeeper's Talent, which lets us give our froggy ward while also continuing to just tap a little counter onto the frog at the beginning of each combat step so that can do its thing. Innkeeper's Talent has been good in aggressive decks. Eidetic Memory has been good in different aggressive and value decks. This town ain't big enough, and Storm Chaser's Talent, you've probably seen these cards, as well as Up the Beanstalk. These have been good in a variety of decks that make people miserable, so we know that's a fine little package. And then we add Overlord of the Hauntwoods and Up the Beanstalk, and we have little pieces of a lot of decks that are good in standard coming together to surround our big poggy froggy. Add to it Roadside Blowout, and now we're bouncing the opponent's effects and getting card draw, and if they dare play that little freaking mouse, we can send it straight back where it came from and progress our game plan, and drawing a card again puts another trigger on Prof's Eidetic Memory. So it all comes together, and we're a Llanowar Elf deck because we have to be very fast mana. We could get a frog very early with this deck. Turn 1 Elf, turn 2 Overlord, turn 3 the Poggy of Froggy, the Frog God. So if you want to see Luxa embodied in action, I promise you this video will not let you down. And in order to get right into this nonsense, we need to thank the sponsor of today's video and the Black Lotus Beta Silver Coin. Let's hear some messages from the sponsor. Hey collectors, there's a special new Magic the Gathering product coming to market that I'm excited to tell you all about. It's the Black Lotus Beta Edition Silver Coin. Wow! If you're a coin collector or just a collector of cool, rare, magical items, then this might be for you. It's an exclusive and limited edition coin officially licensed by Wizards of the Coast. The Beta Black Lotus Silver Coin is limited to just 2,499 pieces worldwide. The iconic design and craftsmanship features Chris Rush's legendary Black Lotus artwork. The reverse side includes Beta Edition, the set symbol, and Magic's iconic 5-color pie. A verse displays the Samoan coat of arms, Magic logo, and mana symbols. The premium presentation of the Black Lotus Silver Coin includes being housed in a bespoke black box with Magic's crest and mana symbols. Each coin includes a numbered certificate of authenticity so that you know you have the genuine item. This is more than a coin. It's a legacy of vintage power and rarity, and it's getting 3 mana for nothing. Seize your chance to own a legendary piece of Magic the Gathering history. Use my link in the description and go check out the Beta Black Lotus 1-ounce silver coin today. Again, there will only be 2,499 pieces sold worldwide, and once they're gone, they're gone. So click the link in the description and check it out today. Now back to the video. Opponent goes first. I mean, yeah, elves into overlords. What could go wrong? See if the opponent's ready to cope. Got a lot of land here. It's a little concerning. But mana can do powerful things. Opponent found the line. Kill the elf. Brilliant. Let's drop this up the beanstalk right off the top. Oh, it's coming together already. Are they going to try to remove everything? Or do they have Glissa to really make life hard? They have their own overlord. This is going to be a ramp off. But I have the beans. Lumbering World Wagon, the vehicle that finds lands. Interesting. Still think Overlord's usually better in Standard, but it's not a bad card. I was impressed with it in Commander. More elves, huh? Draw. Ah, our frog god. One more turn. Indestructible. Bring your go for the throats. See what happens. I like holding up this town right here. I'm expecting something bad to happen soon. Okay. Is that the best you can do? I want to crew the world wagon. I think that's a pretty good opportunity to say step up back. Wait. That buys us time for our frog god to get stable. Ooh, and a draw. Oh my goodness, it's fun. It's so good. So we don't want to put a counter on sab-sunen right now, because sab-sunen then would not be able to block here. It has to have an even number of counters, and right now she do. Opponent's got to figure a way out of this. That props eidetic memory. I hope I get to see that pop off. The cool thing about the memory is if you play your cards right, it adds 3 counters off a sab-sunen trigger because you draw for your turn, then you draw 2 more, and those 3 counters put her up to a 10-10, which can then attack and block. Oh my goodness, you play cease and desist. Of course you do. Of course you do. Okay, awkward now. This is not an anticipated situation, because now if we play the memory, we'll go up to 4 counters, right? So we need to somehow draw another card after the memory, which I don't see a way to do because Beans is gone. But maybe we'll draw into a way to do it. Oh, we can this town. Sure, we can this town. Okay, so we do this. We do this. We do this. And then we play it again, like this. And now that should be enough counters to be able to attack. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Okay, so 7, 8, I had it. No, I had it without recasting. Because 1, 2, 3, and then I played this, that's 4, right? And then 7 plus 4. Dang it, I had no way to do it then, right? Because if I had just played, like, this wasn't on the battlefield because it got blown up, but then I bounced and replayed it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. cards. Let me read this again. Oh, it doesn't count your first draw of the turn. I knew that. I know how my cards work.
Until the invasion begins.
I know how my cards work. Don't be mean to me. Please. Please, I've had a week, man. I've had a long week. All right, put a counter on this. I am going after you. I've got to be careful though. So this draws, that'll be another counter. And then I need to draw again. That's so stupid. Why can't I be good at magic? All right, this time it should work. I should be able to do this. And this. Has anybody ever mentioned that this town ain't big enough is a really good card? They didn't even stay to see if I messed it up again. Just wait till I figure out how to math, okay? I'm gonna be unstoppable. Outfit up. Tapped land? We got you. We got you. Look, I turned off my sanctum. It's a tapped land now. No, what have I done? What have I done? Barrage. Okay. Something funky going on here. All right, do you play like any cards? How do you beat mono red without playing any cards? Dude, magic confuses me. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. But fortunately for them, I have nothing to do with the mana. Cura. Loot. Okay. Well, here we go. It's just some lands, okay? Woo, land, yeah, we love land here. It's all about land here. New card showdown. 8 lands versus probably Cauldron, if I had to guess, but the Cure is interesting. Dude, your lands are so slow. How do you mono red? I've got to know. Yep. Okay. You're threatening me with an 8/8. Don't threaten me with a good time. Okay. Sure. Why not? What could go wrong? Hey, I've got these cards. I got to keep using them. What else can I do? We'll draw a big old frog eventually, won't we? Think that this frog is scared of some 8/8? Look at you spending 3 mana to deal with a threat that I got on the battlefield turns ago for a 3 mana that came with a land. Okay, FOMO. Yeah, this is all very bad. I don't have a lot of recourse. If they have a very powerful end game, I'm gonna get cooked. That's pretty cool. Let's level it up. Why not? Bring it. Now we just need some this town ain't big enoughs. They did it. They so did it right now. I'm exhausted just watching them. Yeah, what you gonna do with it? You gonna lightning bolt something? You want to draw 3? Analysis paralysis coming in. Oh, they're running. Okay, they are actually going to do this. Wait, they get that back now? Whenever you activate an exhaust ability from graveyard to battlefield. Oh, there it is. I was starting to think you weren't going to play with me today. All right. Bounce Soul Cauldron. Exile Loot Forever seems really good. Get this back. Play this. Get that back. Beautiful. Counter there so it can swing. Hi. 8. Let's see what they do next. A little bounce spell goes so far in this format. It's absolutely cracked how this card like shuts down everything. Oh, well, loot's back. 2 of them. Nice. Sick little team or graveyard deck. Not good enough. Too much frog. Too much this town. On the play, talent into memory into Overlord. 1, 2, 3. Otter. Ah, tap land. You will suffer. Llanowar elves in the bin. Llanowar elves enjoyers will hate you for this. Blowout. Nice. Smash. Doing it. So far, so good. Dude, roadside blowout with the otter is crazy. I wish you had a Llanowar elf. They have nothing. They have nothing? That doesn't sound right, but I'm attacking. They're ambushing? Okay. 1 blocker. It's a funny block. I'm just going to Overlord here. Let's get impending going. Salvager, cage. They're a cage gamer. Cool. Another blowout. So I could play another Overlord, but then I might get caged. And man, is blowout a good card on tokens. Hoo-ah! A land. Put a counter on there. Swing for 4. No block. What? Last time they blocked. What's that mean? Basri, a 2/1. Warden, a 1/2. I mean, this is very bounceable. So is the Warden, actually. And the opponent doesn't do anything there. Okay. I'll bounce the 2-power creature. It does give them the cycling ability, but they don't have any cats. So I'm not worried yet. Ooh, okay. That really levels up our otter. What an otter we have. Dude, the deck is cooking. Oh my goodness. Look at us go. And there is the Froggy Poggy. How many counters is that? 8/8? Let's go. Yeah, you're going to want to start chumping. Oh my goodness. And what do they do with the 2 mana? Nothing. They have no token. And they scoop, just getting beat down by the biggest otter you've ever seen. Holy cow. Beans? What the heck is with these hands, man? What's going on here? But if it's a good matchup for Beans, my God, is it going to be a great game. The bricks are here. Okay. Usually these decks are designed to fight small creature piles. We are not a small creature pile. We are a bean machine. Yeah, I said it. Dude, we're gonna be that, you know, that guy. Should I remove the beans? I'm gonna take my turn and remove the beans. And of course we have more beans. Okay, Ketramos is here. Sure, sure, sure. Do we? I think we elf for sure. The question is, more beans or Bouncemos? Maybe we just hold? Like, the best time to bounce the Ketramos is definitely when it's new, because it does take a lot to cast. But man, do I want more beans. I can't help myself. Value, baby. They're gonna have their little card draw engine, but so am I. This is a tough one for them. They're tanking here. Ropey go down. Oh, they found the demolition field. Are you serious that they spent their turn and came up with this? We still have a basic island right here. I'm just really surprised because, my goodness, that's a lot of thinking for this line of play. That's a lot of rope to do that. I'm sorry, that's kind of ridiculous. Anyway, beans. And oh man, everything's tapped next turn, huh? Ooh, eee. All right, I'll just play this. Like, if they don't exile the beans somehow, like, they're not gonna attack me. We might even want to hold this until we can protect it, since they're going to be running all exile effects. Okay. The Wish Claw. What are they getting? If they actually give that to me, they're crazy, right? Maybe. Maybe they are crazy. We'll just go around tutoring. It's gonna be great. Certainly feels so far like it's my exile control deck, and trust me, you don't want to run it against the dude who built it. You're not going to pull any fast ones over on me. But one tip I'll give you is you usually don't want to give the opponent the Wish Claw. Yeah, usually you're never going to let me untap with this, so what have you got? This is not what I recommend. Is what I'll say. All right. If I were to get anything, what is the thing that would most make my opponent miserable? More this towns, right? So use it while you got it before they lock it down, because I think they're going to do that. We also have the blowout, but the deck is it's a machine. It's a well-oiled machine, quite frankly. We're going to draw so many cards off these, but let's get this one out so that it's ready to put counters on Frog when the time comes. Now they'll probably go for the lockdown, right? And what I'll probably do is just bounce their lockdown with it on the stack. Like, they want very much for there to be cards in exile so they can attack with this, because that's their eventual win con. But the graveyards aren't very full. Like, Rest in Peace is a good card for them, and they can put that down. But I'll just keep removing the Ketramos before they get to draw future cards. The Rest in Peace does play around the talent this town loop, though. I guess that's one thing we have to be very aware of. Okay, Grim Search. They want cards. You can have cards. At least we got them to get rid of the Momentum Breaker. What do they have? They have one white open. So this is like probably power up Vinestalk, put counters on it, hit face. Let's do this thing. You can have that Wish Claw back. I'm going to draw 3. And then they have to discard to hand size. We did draw the Overlord. Seems like a pretty good card to help get the mana moving, but Vinestalk hitting for very large numbers seems good too. Like, this deck isn't going to have a lot of ways to kill that. Anoint with Affliction comes to mind. But if we put out sab-sunen, they have a way to kill that. I'm sure they do. We could also just go big mana. We'll draw so many cards too. Okay, let's do that. Let's get some lands on the field, shall we? This will probably just die. The Silex, yep, that's a card. That is definitely a card. They only have one though, so let's get it done. I imagine that's what they fetched, right? So let's get it done. I don't think we need that many beans, to be honest. We're drawing so many cards. Let's just keep the threats. And they definitely could have saved it till we had a lot more land, that's for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We just won't keep the coast because it's a pain land. Everything else can stay. And we'll have a chance to like empty this hand a little before we overflow it again with the beans. So how do we do it? Do we just put out 2 Overlords? We want a talent, an Otter, and an Overlord. I definitely want an Overlord. We want to get the mana production up. And then here's a talent. And then here's other talent. And then tap land, I think. I think that's a good use of the turn. And put them right back on pressure. Yep, replay Ketramos. So before the Rest in Peace comes down, we want to talent up the this town ain't big enough. Ah, they're gonna give me a tutor again. You really don't want your opponent to have these. Okay. Use it while you got it. They're gonna take it back. They use their Silex. Let's keep these coming. More mana, more power. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 can recover, right? And this is a 2/2. But we'd really like to have one of these open to respond. Let's just do this, because ward is pretty useful against them until they have their one nowhere to run, which they might go get. That would make sense, actually. Then we'll just keep plugging away. Hit him. The Stone Brain. So this one will probably name This Town Ain't Big Enough to try to stop our loopies. But hopefully we put them far enough behind here that we can beat them to death with the lands. So there's the trigger. Here is this, and what's the best way to keep pressure on them? The talent, I guess. Okay, they want to scroll shift it. That's going to tap them out, and they're going to lose another life. They're gonna, and now they can't attack with the Ketramos. That's huge. We do have to worry about this thing as a blocker, though. They're going to get to 7 here. Oh, they don't know what my deck does. They named Zur. They're not going to get to block. They're dead on board. Oh my goodness. Oh, my sweet summer child. I need you to really watch the whole video. Don't give your opponent wish claws. And definitely don't stone brain the wrong card. It's kind of sad. Am I a mana short, actually? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, I'm not. I'm there. That's a lot of triggers. Smash. Control decks are hard to play, guys. It's a challenge. Incoming comment: lost with this deck is terrible. On the draw, but there is beans into Overlord if we're not, you know, dead. Gobos. I mean, it's just another red deck, right? Who cares? All right, well, then we have to get the Storm Chaser's talent down. They're probably going to kill this otter, don't you think? That's unfortunate. Well, let's try. They do have only one land. This could be a very stupid game. Yay for tap lands. Never didn't have it. Magic can be silly sometimes, guys. Hey, got there. Is that what we want to do, though? Nope. I'm going beans. There you go, the bouncy bounce. Can make us a new otter. This lackey is going to town. Oh, we got our own otter, okay. Who's got talent? This guy. Why did you keep a one-lander, opponent? How good was the hand that you couldn't say no? There must be like burst lightning or something, right? Because we're starting to get cooking. Yep, the tower has been torched. But just wait till they get a load of this. I don't think it will be able to block though because of the memory. So, magic is hard, okay? Uh-oh. Well, maybe we need it to block. Yeah, feels like we need it to block. That's okay, we got some time to get some things out. So we bounce here. Play this. Ooh, that's pretty good. Okay, then we bounce here. And then we drop this. And then we put counters. Uh-oh. I mean, if they have a monstrous rage, make them play it. Let's go. Fight me. Or that. Yep. Torch. Sure. More torching. Love that. Is it Froggy time? Froggy draws a card. Then you put a counter on the frog so it can't block. Would really like to do it the turn I also play something else. Hey, maybe we'll draw a land off this, right? Let's see. Wrong land. Okay, I'll do this. There it is. It's a little ways away. Otters, baby. Never underestimate the otters. Dude, this pet needs to calm down. This is the most crazy hyper little pet. You guys see in this all video, right? Freaking zoomers, man. Dude, really? This is attack or nothing over here from the goblin player. Go ahead. Make my day. Oh, so you can make another. Yes, of course. All right, even number of counters. When I play this, I draw 2, so then 2 counters go on this. Raw. Frog! You're cooked! Behold my beauty! How about 2 more cards, huh? We also we don't have to memory onto this, which is something I also forget pretty often. Here comes 9. That's okay. I'm sure all they need to do is draw land and they'll be out of this. No problem. Yep. Which goblin clears my board? Well, Squee is not okay. Okay. Well, the deck is about raiding, so we raid, I guess. Dude, it's been some special Magic players today. I'm telling you what. Let's destroy everything. Abolish all. Goblins cannot be shown mercy, guys. I don't think they're dead enough, if I'm being honest. Tap it in. Oh, what a day. And we are back for the post-game wraps on the Simic Froggy, the Luxa Embodied. How would we feel about this deck? Man, when it works, it works. I think that this is the shell to at least get the card on the battlefield in a format that is very challenged to do so. Let me tell you, everything seems to get bounced and everything is so fast in this format, but this deck does the job. Llanowar Elves playing alongside Overlord of the Hauntwoods is a lot of mana very quickly, and cards like Innkeeper's Talent, Proseidetic Memory, and Stormchaser's Talent put a lot of pressure on the opponent to deal even with our smallest threats, so when the big threat arrives, sometimes they're out of gas. And this town ain't big enough and Roadside Blowout do a decent job keeping us alive. If I were making changes to the deck, I can tell you about, I can't tell you for sure what I would do. I actually like it the way it is now. I like that it ignores the graveyard, which was one of the dangers of the Tolarian Terror crab deck that has some things in common here. I like that it doesn't rely on Leyline Binding to be good, which is something that the Domain version has. But there's a number of cards in like different directions I wanted to try in this thing. I'm not sure that Innkeeper's Talent is the right card to keep nudging sab-sunen along, but it's here and it did fine. I tried the Goose Mother in a deck like this to try to make use of all that mana. Never really did it for me. Just didn't pay off the way I hoped it would. It does feel like it would be great to also have a Planeswalker ultimate to threaten with Innkeeper's Talent, but I haven't found the card that really ties into that yet. Season of Weaving, that is a very interesting card you can put in a deck like this to make a copy of sab-sunen and bounce the rest of the board, and that might be okay, especially with all the value cards you're bouncing, but you do tend to get rid of your Llanowar Elves. It still doesn't quite feel right to me. So there's a lot of ideas I have for this deck. I'm glad I found something here to get a few games and show the frog in action, so that's a bit of a win. And if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, leave a comment, and please subscribe to the channel. If you are interested in the Black Lotus Beta Silver coin, make sure you click the link in the description. Thanks to them for sponsoring the video. If it is of interest to you out there, go for it. And thank you very much to everybody who's supportive and says nice things in the comments, as you know, sponsorships do help pay the bills. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I'll see you in the next one. You're cool.